Well, hello YouTube people, hello Facebook people, hello Twitter people, and hello LinkedIn people. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with you. Well, Thursday got really busy for Psychic Bob, and I didn't get out messages from the spirit world. But not to worry, I've got my magic hat here, and we're going to do that today. But before we get into all that, I got some really special announcements for you guys. Well, first of all, let me say I want to thank you for your wonderful support in my last two videos, my one about my phone situation. Thank you for all the support and the patience. Anyways, I've enjoyed hearing from you, and those of you who called for private readings, thank you. You're a blessing. And I love hearing from all of you. Also, thank you for the support on the Elves video. And just to remind you, this weekend, Saturday, we will be posting the Elves Magic video. So part 2 is coming. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten you guys. But before we get into everything else, I've got another really exciting announcement. Look what I've got. My new book. That's right. It is now out. It's Psychic Bob's Book of Spells. There you can see it. I'm going to do another whole video about my book. Next week I'll be having a video up about special promotion we're doing for this book. But you can go to my website and see it. But we're going to have more stuff about the book, and I'll show more of it to you. But anyways, you can go to my website, robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link below and check it out. Okay, and that'll take you to my Lulu store. Okay, so more about that, but that's the cover. Psychic Bob's Book of Spells, and it says Discover Magic. In fact, I'll read it to you real quick. It says, have you ever wanted to learn magic but didn't know where to begin? Have you ever wished you could be a witch? Does the idea of conjuring excite you? Join Psychic Bob on a magical journey. Learn practical magic that you can use every day. Discover how to find love, happiness, and even wealth with Psychic Bob's Book of Spells. So there you have it. Anyways, we're going to have another video coming up just about this book, but just wanted you guys to know. All right. Yay. Well, you know, the letters are coming in like crazy. I've been dumping them in the hat here, and we're going to see what we got today. But before we get into that, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. Fletcher's over here. He says hi. All right. Going into our witch hat here. Our first letter today is from Superstar. Superstar wants to know if she has a spirit guide, or Superstar wants to know if they have a spirit guide. And yes, you do. Your spirit guide's name is Sam here, and he works around you as a protector. And what's interesting, I get the sense around Sam that he was very big in his lifetime into the arts. And he shows around you, he's inspiring you a lot of creativity, I get a lot of music here, a lot of acting energy. So you definitely have some help coming in. Superstar, remember the name Sam. That's who's working. That's all right. All right, going in our witch hat here, we've got Purple Leah. Purple Leah also wants to know about spirit guides, who's around them. Yeah, you've got around you, I'm getting two people. One is named Sarah, and Sarah's interesting. She's a pagan priestess. I pick her up around you. She is very strong in the areas of healing and herbalism. And I also get another man around you named Jonathan. Now, I'm not get a last name. He just gives me the first name. He says Jonathan. He was actually a medical doctor in the early 1900s, I believe. He died around 1920, but he's around you. And he shows that he's giving you some healing abilities. And I feel that one of your themes on your life chart is a healer theme. So these two are around you, Sarah and Jonathan. Okay, they're your guides. Thanks for writing. All right, let's see. In our hat here, we've got Tonus Kulama. Okay, Tonus, hi, thank you. You have a very interesting question. You ask about life path numbers, and if our life number changes and moves higher each lifetime. Well, you know, I want to say that, first of all, I believe that the life, now everybody has a number that resonates with them, okay? Like, for example, one of my life numbers is 5. I really resonate with the number 5. So, but I believe that the life number, it kind of like can evolve even within your own life, because if you come to a crossroads and you make a really big psychic leap and a big developmental move, you move to a different frequency and a different vibration. So that number, that's your kind of resonant number, can change even within the same lifetime. And I don't think it necessarily goes up from lifetime to lifetime, because we know some people start out on a good path at a high frequency and then they degenerate into a life of crime. You know, we've all seen this happen to people. And then their next lifetime they start a lower energy vibration. So I think it changes from lifetime to lifetime, but also not necessarily in any pattern. But within our own lifetime, we can raise or lower our vibration, and that affects the numerological energy around us. Okay. Thank you so much. Hope that answers that. Okay. Going back in our hat here, we've got Rico Rodriguez. Yeah, Rico writes about a situation with a girlfriend, and wants to know what's going to happen with that. Well, you know, Rico, I got to tell you, I feel that part of your journey is to be with that girlfriend. And I don't want you to listen to anybody around you that's trying to dissuade that, because I feel she's at a very high frequency spiritually. And I feel that she raises your vibration, your power, and helps you to be much more attuned to spirit. So I pick up she's very strong influence. And I feel that, you know, if you're not around her, I pick up that you're going to start to go backwards on your journey. I really feel that, you know, you want to follow your path, okay? And do it now. Don't wait. I want you to, like, call her today and say, okay, let's work things out. Because I see her really trying to work things out, and I think it's going to be a good match, okay? And if your family right now doesn't understand it, you know what? Let them see the evolution in your soul. And as you grow and become even more profound as a person, they'll say, wow, she was a good influence on him. And I think, you know, people are in our lives to help us on our journey. And you're helping her and she's helping you. Go for it. Thanks for writing. All right, going back in our hat here, Sarah Bear wants to know about boyfriend, some reunion situation. You know, I keep getting January and February of 2013, so I feel like there is a connection that's strong at that time, and I feel there'll be a physical meeting as well. It's almost like he's getting impatient. It's like, I have to meet her, I got to get there. So I believe it'll be a reunion in the beginning of the year, New Year, 2013, January, by end of January, beginning of February. Thanks for writing. All right, let's see here. We've got also in our hat, Maria Lourdes Gretsch. She writes in from Facebook. Hi, Facebook person. Yeah, you know, wants to know about career here and guardian angel. Well, you know, in terms of your spirit guide, I'm getting around you Virgin Mary, but in her aspect a star of the sea. I want you to look that up. The Latin name, I think, was Stella del Mare. I think I'm saying that correctly. But in English, it's Star of the Sea. So that aspect of the Blessed Mother guides you. She's a protectress. And you'll do a lot of travel in your life. That's why she's around you. Now, you know, on your life chart, I get around you here an energy that shows a lot of creative energy. You have an artist theme. And I get fashion around you. And I feel the fashion industry is where it's at for you. I get you designing clothes in your future and being very much a visionary in clothing. Okay? Let me know how it goes. Thanks for writing. All right, back in our big witch hat here, we've got, let's see here, Marjorie Holland. And, yeah, Marjorie wants to know if she's going to win the lottery. Well, hon, I hate to tell you, no, I'm not getting lottery winnings around you. But I do get an improvement in the financial situation. It'll be around January of the new year. The 2013, I see it. And it's interesting because you're moving into a position where you're doing teaching or training. And I think you'll be teaching and training people. Could be some connected to computers. But you definitely, you have a teacher theme on your chart here, okay? So watch the new year. That's where the change comes. Thanks for writing. All right, in our witch hat, we've got Nicole Luck. And she writes about, she wants to know where she could earn some extra income, and she wants, particularly, like, is there anything that can generate residual income? Yeah, you know, Nicole, well, one of the things is what's important is for you, got to understand your theme. You have a communicator theme on your chart also, and this means that you'd be very good in writing. And I'd like you to explore working in the area of ghostwriting. It's something I see that you'd be able to work from home with, because you mentioned here that you don't want to have to travel far from home. I see you being able to work at home doing ghostwriting. So that would be like helping other people write books, doing editing work, very good for you. And I feel that you'd write your own book in the future as well. Okay, but definitely look into the area of writing. Check out some publishing houses. I think you could work in that area. Thanks for writing. All right, let's see here. Who else we got? Bastet674 wants to know about a scorpion spirit guide. Is it possible to have a scorpion spirit guide? Yes, that's a really good question. Yes, you can have a scorpion spirit guide. In fact, you can have any human, animal, or even insect as a guide, because every living creature on earth has a soul, and that soul is imbued with divine energy from God. It has a consciousness and a will to be in harmony with its fellow beings. So yes, scorpions can be spirit guides. Don't worry, they won't sting you. In their spirit form, they have a higher evolved mind, and they can see and protect and guide. Just like humans, you know, when we get back to the spirit world, we start to see things a little differently. So, yeah, you can have a scorpion spirit guide, and I do feel that you have a scorpion around you. Thanks for writing. All right, going back in our hat, we've got Danny Bob Revoir wants to know about his dog, if he's okay in spirit world. Yeah, I do pick this dog up around you. I get an A name, Abby, I believe, around you, and you are definitely being overlooked. This dog visits you all the time. In fact, you might even want to put out like a little food bowl, because I feel like that's a place where you can meet with the dog. You set out some water and food. And they also show there's like a blanket or a bedding area that he used to lay in, and I feel like the dog keeps going back to that area. So maybe you put down some blankets and where they used to sleep. You don't have a connection, okay? But they're fine, and they do come around a lot, especially at nighttime. Fletcher said they walk around the house kind of guarding you, okay? Thanks for waiting. All right, going back into our hat, we've got Dawn Strauss-Berta. And this is an interesting question. She wants to know if it's possible to have had a past life as a fairy or an elf. Says she's watched my elf video and is fascinated. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that video. You know, just so you guys know, part 2 is this weekend, okay? So tune in on Saturday, part 2 of Elven Magic, okay? Yes, Dawn, it is very probable to have had a past life as a fairy or as an elf. You mentioned here that you'd had a past life regression and that you believe there's a connection. I don't think that's at all crazy. As I said in my other video, humans and elves have in the past interbred, and fae as well, different fairies. Because many of the fae are life-size, and they're just as solid and look just as human as we do. So our bodies are pretty much exactly the same. So yes, they do interbreed, and you can have had a past life as a fae, so not at all impossible. And also, I do believe that some of us in our bloodlines have what we call, cell memory. Like, so sometimes when we have a dream, we're tapping into our family line as well energetically. But yes, it can be either in the current life, or you can have had a past life and connect to that as well. Good question. That's right. Well, guys, there are 10, actually I think I did more than 10, 11 questions today. But that's okay. We got in the next one. But listen, that's all I'm going to get to today. Thank you for writing. Don't worry, those of you who didn't get an answer, I haven't forgotten you. Some of you written me really wonderful letters. I will get back to you as well. So not to worry. Psychic Bob has been inundated with private readings. If you want to get on a private reading, just contact me at any of the links below, and we'll get you on the schedule, okay? Thank you so much, guys, for writing. I look forward to being in touch. And, of course, next week we'll have another messages from the spirit